How to build bigger biceps, science-based. Any man and many women who have ever walked into the weight section of their local gym has at some point dreamed of bigger biceps, but most have never seen any results. In this video, we will explore why that is. How do you build bigger biceps? What are the best exercises? And what are some of the common mistakes that prevent people from achieving their goals? To answer these questions, we first need to understand the anatomy of the biceps. The biceps, or biceps brachii to give it its proper name, is a large muscle on the upper arm whose main role is to flex the elbow and to rotate the forearm. It has two heads, long and short, which is what gives its name. Musculus biceps brachii is Latin for two-headed muscle of the arm. Before we dive in, a tremendous amount of research and editing goes into making a video like this of how to turn your little water pistols to the biggest gun show you've ever seen. To support the channel and for the YouTube algorithm, gently flex your like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new. Let's kick it off. How to build bigger biceps. Building bigger biceps is partly about finding the right exercises to elicit growth, but it is most about how you train them. Hypertrophy requires time, consistency, and proper technique. Ultimately, hypertrophy is all about exposing your muscles to more load than they've previously dealt with. This can be achieved by performing more reps than usual, lifting a heavier weight, or increasing the difficulty of the exercise in some other way. Finding the correct rep range is important, but contrary to popular belief, you don't have to stay within the 8 to 12 rep ranges. Hypertrophy can be achieved with a variety of rep ranges, particularly if you're new to lifting. If you're watching this video, then my guess is that you've been struggling to finally get your dream physique. You're either starting out or you've been trying for years to get into shape. But the problem is, there's so much information out there, most people don't know which program or coach to trust. I'm a bit biased, but I believe I am the best person to finally help you make that breakthrough. Like Hugo, Dr. Amin, Avalon's, and the other hundreds of clients I've coached. If you're a busy professional, a success-minded individual, you want to be at high peak performance in your life and in your career, then fill out the form below in the description and book a call with me. 5 common bicep mistakes. If you want to build bigger biceps, then you can get amazing results just by turning up to the gym regularly and training in them. But to get the best results possible, it makes sense to avoid some common bicep building mistakes. Here are 5 of them. Mistake number 1 is poor range of motion. This mistake is very easy to make, particularly if you're new to the gym and you aren't sure of how to perform certain exercises. But this mistake is also very common with experienced gym goers who let their egos get in their way. Take the bicep curl for example. The proper range of motion would have starting with a fully extended arm, curling the weight all the way up to your shoulder height, and then slowly lowering it back down to the starting position. But many lifters, either in an attempt to lift more weight or due to fatigue, will shorten the range of motion and won't fully extend their arms. This makes the exercise easier, but it also doesn't recruit as many muscle fibers as you'd want. Lower the weight, perform fewer reps, or give yourself more rest time. Do whatever it takes to ensure that you're using a full range of motion during all of your exercises. As a quick note, there is a form of bodybuilding training where you shorten the range of motion at the end of a set so that you can add more volume to your workout. This method is controversial, but many bodybuilders swear by it. If you're new to lifting, then it is best to avoid it. But if you're experienced and enjoy partial rep sets, then by all means continue. Mistake number 2, too much weight. This mistake is very closely linked to the first mistake, but it certainly warrants its own spot in this list. Using too much weight is a very common issue in the gym, and it can seriously affect your results. If you're attempting to curl too much weight, your body will look for shortcuts to make it possible. This can lead to shortening the range of motion, as we have already discussed, but it can also lead to adding momentum by swinging your arms, for example, or speeding up the exercises and ruining the time under tension. It can also force you to shorten the rep range, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if you're following a strict training program, then it can really mess up your time frame for success. Lose the ego, reduce the weight, and concentrate on performing each exercise properly. There is a little room for bad technique, particularly towards the end of your set, but you don't want to be starting and straying away from 90% perfection. Mistake number 3, ignoring compound lifts. Most bicep exercises are isolation exercises, which means that they only target one muscle instead of multiple ones. A barbell bicep curl works the bicep alone. Compound lifts are the ones that target more than one muscle at the same time. For example, a pull-up will target the lats, traps, and biceps. Compound lifts are fantastic for building muscle mass, particularly in smaller muscles such as the biceps and triceps. Pull-ups, underhanded bent over rows, and seated cable rows will all target the biceps alongside the back and help to work the biceps from a different angle. Mistake number 4, consistency. As with any training program, you need to be consistent if you want to see significant results. Training once every 3 weeks isn't going to cut it. Try to train your biceps at least twice per week, but if you are training full body sessions, then you can train them 4 times per week. Follow a proper training program that utilizes progressive overload, increasing the weight used over time or the number of reps per set. Stick to the training program consistently, and provided that you are training hard enough, you should see excellent results in no time. Mistake number 5 is poor tempo. Alongside poor range of motion, not getting the tempo of your lifts right can really hinder your progress. Bicep exercises typically have a concentric and an eccentric part. The concentric part of the movement is when your biceps get shorter in length as you squeeze them. The eccentric part is when you lengthen them. Inexperienced lifters tend to perform the concentric part of the lift properly, but they almost always rush the eccentric part of the lift. The ideal tempo for a bicep exercise should be smoothly performing the concentric part and then slowly lower the weight back down for the concentric. You don't need to perform the eccentric part of the lift too slowly, but don't drop the weights back down in an attempt to gain some momentum. 10 of the best bicep building exercises. Now that you know what are the common mistakes to avoid while attempting to build bigger biceps, you can apply the rules discussed earlier to the following 10 bicep exercises. Perform each exercise with a perfect range of motion, with the right weight and using a good tempo. Exercise number 1 is dumbbell concentration curls. This exercise is an old school bicep builder that used to be huge in the bodybuilding community but has since fallen off that fashion. This is a shame, as it's absolutely incredible for building size and strengthening your biceps. Sit on the edge of the bench with your right hand resting on your right knee and your left arm resting fully extended with your elbow resting lightly against the inside of your knee. Your left arm should be holding a dumbbell. Curl the dumbbell up until it is in line with your shoulder. Squeeze the bicep tight, then slowly lower the dumbbell back down until your arm is fully extended. Perform the required number of reps and then swap arms. Exercise number 2, Scott curls. Whether you call them preacher curls or Scott curls, you will then know as one of the best bicep exercises out there. Take a seat on a preacher bench with an easy bar setup. Grab hold of the bar with both hands using the grip that you feel most comfortable with. Push your chest out so that your back is nice and straight. Then take a deep breath and curl the easy bar towards you, pausing before it touches your chin. Breathe out as you steadily lower the bar back down to the straight position, then repeat the movement. Exercise number 3, cable curls. Cable curls can be a lot of fun, provided the gym isn't too crowded. You can either perform them standing up, in a squat position, or if you can't be bothered, then you can even perform them while sitting at a preacher bench. The most important thing, no matter which version you perform, is to ensure that you're at the right height and distance to get a full range of motion with each rep. Keep your elbows tight by your sides and try to keep your torso still as you curl the bar towards your collarbone. Exercise number 4, straight bar curls. If you're short on time and you want to blast your biceps effectively, then you really can't go wrong with the traditional straight bar, the barbell curl. Standing upright with your chest pushed out and elbows by your side. Hold the barbell in an underhand grip. Then take a deep breath and curl the barbell towards you until your biceps are fully flexed and then the barbell is around the chin height. Pause and then smoothly lower the barbell back down, breathing out as you do so. Also, don't do it at the squat rack, that's a no-no. Exercise number 5, the reverse curls. This exercise is superb for working the biceps as well as the forearms and is a nice variation of the mix between your training sessions every now and then. This exercise can be performed standing up or sitting at a preacher bench. You are best off using an easy bar, but you can also use dumbbells if you prefer. Hold the easy bar by using an overhand grip. Use a lighter weight for this, as it's much harder to curl while your hands are in this position. Curl the weight upwards using your overhand grip. Pause when you reach the top of the movement and then lower the bar back down slowly. It can sometimes be useful to have a spotter to ensure that you aren't lowering the bar too slowly, but if you got the right weight and you know to listen to your body, then it won't be necessary. Exercise number 6, underhand bent over rows. This is a great compound upper back exercise that also happens to be great bicep builder. Standing upright with a barbell held in the underhand grip. Lean forwards and bend your knees, pushing your chest out to maintain a straight back. The bar should be directly below your chest, with your arms fully extended. Pull your shoulders back and then, keeping your elbows close to your sides, pull the barbell up until it touches your lower chest. Pause and then lower the barbell back down to the starting position. Exercise number 7, dumbbell hammer curls. Like the reverse curls, the dumbbell hammer curls will also work the biceps while targeting the brachioradialis muscle around your forearm. Standing upright with your chest pushed out and your shoulder pulled back, using a neutral grip. Hold the dumbbell in each hand like you would hold a hammer. Take a deep breath and then curl the dumbbells up until your biceps are fully flexed. Pause and then slowly lower the weight back down. Do this nice and smooth so that you really work your forearms while lowering the weights back down. Exercise number 8, barbell drag curls. This is a fun variation of the standard barbell bicep curl. Start off in the normal bicep curl position, standing upright with your chest pushed out and your arms fully extended. Then, instead of curling the barbell up, you're going to drag it upwards across your torso with your elbows traveling backwards rather than staying still. Pause and then lower the barbell back down again. Exercise number 9, eccentric chin-ups. No exercise on this list will leave your biceps more fatigued than the eccentric chin-up, and because of this, you should treat them with respect. Don't overuse them. Stick to 3 sets of 5 once per week. Eccentric exercises are the ones that place all of the focus on the eccentric lengthening part of the exercise. For example, an eccentric bicep curl would start with a bar at your chin height and then you would only perform the lowering part of the lift. Sounds easy, but the idea is to use more weight than you're used to and to slow the movement down as much as possible. Use a step up to climb up to the pull-up bar and place both hands on it using an underhand grip. Now, you're going to start to lower yourself down like you would during a regular chin-up. Once your body starts to lower, you want to try and go as slow as possible. Fight gravity until you can't fight it anymore. Once your arms are fully extended, drop down and then climb up on the step to get back into position. Your biceps will be screaming tomorrow. Exercise 10, incline dumbbell bicep curl. This exercise is so much harder than most people expect when they see it for the first time. You start off by setting an exercise bench to incline and sitting down on it. Holding a dumbbell in each hand, using an underhand grip, keeping your back and your head resting on the bench. Allow your arms to hang down towards the floor, then fix your elbows in place as much as possible and then curl the dumbbells up. Pause when your biceps are fully flexed and then slowly lower the weight back down to the point of starting. Now that you've learned the 10 great bicep building exercises and the most common bicep building mistakes, you should be all set for success. Keep your rep range to an 8 to 12 reps per set for 3 sets and perform 1 to 3 bicep exercises per workout for the best results. Keep your technique as good as possible, don't try and lift too much, and focus on your range of motion and tempo for the best results. A bit of a different video. Let me know in the comments down below which are your favorite 3 bicep exercises that have helped you make tremendous progress. Also, leave your Instagram handle at the end. Leave the video with a gentle thumbs up and be subscribed. That's going to enter you into the giveaway for $100 of VHP Labs, Gymshark or Alpha Elite. I'll be picking 3 people in the comments down below and I'll be reaching out to you for your own safety. That being said, if you felt like you've tried and tried again to make a transformation happen, you've tried programs, nothing's worked for you, I am able to help you make that transformation happen. It'll be one-on-one coaching with me. All you need to do is fill out the application in the description below, fill it out to your best of their ability, and we will jump on a discovery call and then we'll talk about your goals and we'll start that journey towards your transformation. I'm excited to be chatting to you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.